That load's done. There we go. So I just thought I do have an awful lot more shorts again in this bag. So what I'm going to do is get all like these shorts and stuff done so I can go through them then. I've had to bring some bits in to put in the tumble dryer. Otherwise I'm not going to have room on the washing line. So that's a shame really. I suppose I could have squeezed it all in. Right. Should chuck these few bits in. So I've got to keep an eye on them. They won't take long. Actually, that's, oh, I forgot me tumble dryer sheets. There we go. I'm generous when it comes to tumble dryer sheets. Right, let's go and get this load out. So whatever's left now after this wash load, I think I'm going to go and put it into Dan's spare room. Just because really, I don't know if I want to be looking at it for 3 days, is it going to be? There we go. Ooh. Right, let's do the last load before I get this lot out. Still in the process of editing. Right, that's that. Right, I haven't got no more. I haven't got no more of these left. I don't know what I've done with my Calgon. I cannot find my Calgon. This is nearly done with anyway, so I've had to order a new one of these. Not that I'm using that. I'm just going to refill up my little tubs. I'll tell you what, these little tubs are really handy. I think I'm going to see if I can get some more of those. I got them from Tesco's. You know, like the cheapy section where you can go and buy a doorstop or a hairband or a pair of scissors, like for £1. I think it's like free for I don't know, £2 or something. I really don't know. And that's where I got these from. And I also then picked up a lighter, especially for me, for in the house. Oops, oh, that was lucky. For doing my candles, look. So that was handy as well. A can of Spam nearly landed on my head, that's what that was. I do have an awful lot of cans up there at the minute now. That's something I was going to do. Now, I didn't want no food left out in the van, but I was thinking if I just have a couple of cans of something, like a can of beans, a can of tuna, a can of peas, and they'll always be in the drawer. And I thought, just keep it simple. Simple ones that I know, like, we could bound to probably use when we're out and about in the motorhome. I was going to do that anyway, which would mean clearing that out a little bit as well. Right, okay, so the last load has been chosen. It's got to be a couple of bits belonging to Dan because we want to be done with his suitcase. Look, he's gave up on these, look. He don't want these anymore.
I was thinking if I wear them, it'd only be around house now, not for a holiday.
They are actually clean. Why don't you wear them one day?
I might do.
Right, so I'm going to be doing redishy stuff anyway, so majority of his Dan's. Don't get me wrong, there ain't a lot there belonging to Dan, but we want to be done with his suitcase. There's my Liverpool top. Now, I don't know whether to stick it in because then this is going to get all red, isn't it? No, my luck. I'll stick that in because that's pink. So, yeah, ideally I did want, I'm not going to stick that in. This is lovely, this jacket. Look at this, look. An old, this is a vintage, well, I don't really know, I've had it for a long time, but it needs washing, look, it's from the makeup, look, Adidas one. There we go. Right, anyway, so it's all kind of ready stuff. So what else shall I shove in there then? Let's see what I've got. Another thing for charity. I think I only wore this once. So it's a big, long, slouchy t-shirt. You could actually technically wear that as a dress. Let me just show you, look. Could wear that as a dress, but no. had me days of it. I'll tell you what though, right, when I was washing a load of dresses and shorts and stuff yesterday, the amount of tags I pulled off so I could put these items in the wash. New stuff that I hadn't worn. Never mind. So I really don't know what to put in this wash because it's all kind of reds, which technically means I don't want it to go on my other clothes, if you know what I mean. So I might just leave that as that. I don't know. I could stick those in. They're kind of similar, aren't they? I don't know whether to stick that in. I'll stick that in. It's not the clothes I want to be washing though. These are clothes now out of my wardrobe out there. And they're not really the ones I wanted to be washing. But anyway. That can go in there. Right. See what I have been doing as well, so they wash properly. I'm not overloading it because that's what we've been doing for 8 years. Managed to get hold of a washing machine, and then you're trying to get your money's worth and fitting it all into it, so they're not washing properly. But now I am making sure like they're getting washed properly. Right, maybe one more small little top can go in there, but that's that. Maybe, no, that's not even the right colour. Right, that'll do. Alright, let's get that on. Right, okay, I've just turned that machine off actually. I've just had a thought. So I have this little suitcase that is full of a few bits of clothing as well. It's just clothes. I really do have to. See, now some of you are going to think it sounds stupid that I have a separate wardrobe to go on holiday with. It's just, you know, when you go on holiday, you want nice clothes. And if you wear those all through the year, sorry, I think I just bat. If you wear those all through the year, they're not going to be nice. So come like, oh, we're going to Turkey next month, I'm going to be panicking and spending an awful lot of money to try and buy new clothes because I just know then that they just won't stay nice. So that's what I do. Right, okay. We do have some stuff in here I can wash up. Or can I? No, they're probably a bit too small. That's probably why they're in there actually. There is this one, this River Island dress. It's blooming gorgeous. Blooming gorgeous. Love it. Look how pretty that actually is. That's well nice. Probably it is a bit too small for me now at the minute. Right, anyway, yeah, so I'll just do that one up. For some reason, I've got another one of these dresses. Now, I have lost the dress though. I was looking for a particular dress and I don't know where it is. I know damn well I had the dress. Yeah, so that's all small stuff. So actually, let me go and catch Dan. This needs to go into the yellow suitcase. It's a mess, I tell you, it's a mess. Right, Danny's getting there though, bless him. Right, I did find my Calgon though. And there we have it. If I'd known that, I would have put some in there. Look what I've just seen. I have no idea what that is on my sofa, but oh look, I bet I've stood in bird muck or something there. Look, babes. Then he's cleaning now. So I'm gonna clean this muck up, and Dan's like, yeah, if it had been me. I said, yeah, well no, I'm not happy. But it makes me think if I trampled it on the floor. There's nothing on the floor, not even on the carpet. But I haven't got a cloth, so I'm gonna have to put that on the washing. So I'm gonna just cut this in, cut a chunk of that off. It'll be fine, and wash it with that. Absolutely minging. It's making me gag. I'm totally on. I'm a very funny one when it comes to poo and dog poo, and that looks like duck poo. So even though it's disgusting, I'm not as bad as it. Now if it was dog poo, can tell you now, the sofa would be in the bin. I used to do that when we were young, when I was a lot younger. If my kids had gotten dog poo on their shoes, and I'm talking they had Clark shoes and stuff, they'd be straight in the bin. I wouldn't care. There's no messing around with cleaning poo off shoes, I can tell you. Nope, I wouldn't have done it. Alright, that has made a complete mess. Let's rinse this out. It's not the first time I've had to clean something off the carpet though. Daniel's son. So we were only in here a day, and we didn't obviously have the coffee table. Dan had put his beer can down there, and I'd already said to him, babe, be careful with that please. I really don't want that going into the carpet. You know, we all have spillages, I understand that. But he'd done it many a times in the motorhome as well. And now you can always smell that beer, you know, it just stinks. So anyway, yep, he spilt the beer anyway, the whole can of it. So I did have to go over there and clean that up as well. Right, let me get that all dried off. So yeah, I'm gonna straight away now put some cloths on my Tesco's order. Let me just wipe this all down, and then I want to read the instructions on that. Oh! The whole blind just got sucked outwards. I haven't seen that do that before. That was weird. Been having a little bit of a tidy up. What's I gonna? Yeah, I've been replenishing all my little boxes so it's handy to just chuck the powder and stuff in there. So yeah, you do apparently add a Calgon to every wash. Let me smell what it looks like. Now that's a big dose as well, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, actually, it doesn't smell too bad. It's my cup of tea, that smell. Yeah, that's right up my street, that smell. I'd use that now for mopping floor and all sorts. I like that smell. But now I got that on offer. That was actually on offer, I think. It was £5, originally £5, but to £3. Now that's quite a lot of expense, isn't it, to keep adding to your machine? I know it's more of an expensive, it breaks your machine. But let's be real, right? Over all the years, how often did all our washing machines break because of limescale? Don't get me wrong, it probably did in the end, but because of limescale. But it probably could have taken 10 years. It's like my brother now, right? So him and my dad had my old machine, my old washing machine. Now when I gave it to them, it was probably 2 years old, maybe 2 years old. And they've now had it for 8 years, because I've been with Dan now for 8 years. So that's 10 years old, and it's only literally, I think in the last week or two, just broke down. And they are ones of trying to fix a washing machine, like bearings and stuff like that, but unfortunately they couldn't fix this one, so they had to get a new one. But it was 10 years old, you know. How often do we, so to save on having to do that, I'd rather chance that, see if that will last 10 years old, and I'll just get a new one, if I'm totally honest. They didn't really break that often enough, did they, back in the day, for us to go, oh my god, you better get some Calgon into your machine. It's just an expensive gimmick, if I'm totally honest, and more chemicals that will irritate. I feel like that would irritate skin, because that smells like that should be for floor washing, if I'm totally honest. I wouldn't even wash my cups and plates with something like that, let alone then put it on my skin and stuff. So I think that will be the last time I'll buy it. But this blind, oh, it's not doing it, it keeps sucking back out again. Right, anyway, I'm getting there, I'm having a bit of a clear up. I need to bag all this lot, and I'm still editing, and I'm on Tesco's now because I didn't want to forget the sponges. Oh, I'm just all over the place, not enough time in a day.
Is this for motor oil then?
Yeah, in the boot, darling. No. Don't have to have it so close. We'll bring it up a bit. That's it. Like that. Can you actually put a brake on this?
I don't want to put a brake on now, but I can make it a little bit better.
Right, I have been extremely busy. For one though, I did break a glass just now. I'm not worried about the glass. I was trying to squeeze down the ice by going like that. I was being lazy basically. I didn't break it up properly. And smashed the glass. I'm sure I can buy a single one of those. Been jotting around in here, so around there is a lot better. I've still got to deal with these dresses into this now. I'm going to do that now, but I honestly haven't stopped. Dan's room's looking a sight worth better. Right, so I've gotten through all my pretty little dresses, look. So they're all up there. They're all, see, they don't need ironing at all. I mean, yeah, you could iron them, but they really don't need it. Could get away with it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see if I can deal with that lot. I do think I'm gonna have to buy a second bag, the one in there that I've got. So I've got stuff in there, got my last load of washing and stuff on the washing line. So a lot of those are denims. They're gonna take a while to dry. And the red stuff here is the newest stuff that I've put on there. So yeah, let me just check if this is dry. So I do have to deal with it though. We can't have all these dresses here. That'll just be a nightmare. Right, more stuff to be folded. So I just got to get a couple of bits stick in there. So I've just folded up all my shorts. I am going to make just a stack of shorts. I am going to see how many shorts I own. Yeah, don't worry, I will be getting rid of some. Right, I've got to find the driest. That's what I do, find the driest stuff to go into the tumble dryer, so saves on electric, so to say. Well, don't need to be see, they're all practically dry. They've been out there for quite some time now, haven't they? All these shorts. And then I've got to sit down and do some editing. I never did get that finished. There literally isn't enough time in the day today. It's been quite a few hours. So I've got all the washing done, look, off the line. Brilliant. All I've got in there now is just one little top and a belt. That's me stack of shorts. That's me normal clothes. So all that needs putting away. But I do need to tend to this because this can't live there now. So what I'm going to do, because I've obviously got this lot, I want to sort out ready for when all my stuff arrives from Amazon, the hangers and the bags and stuff. I did order an extra long bag. I'm going to just put them in order, like keep all the long dresses to one side and the shorter dresses to the other side. Now, if I had the hangers, I could have done the shorter dresses and put them into this bag, but I haven't got the hangers, and I really don't want to use those because they're not slimline enough, you see. And also, once again, then I had to find slimline, but children's ones, because obviously I need them less than about 30 centimetres. The normal hanger for an adult is about 40-45. So yeah, I had to also then go short, like their kids ones, their kids little hangers. Right, so yeah, all I've got to do now is walk from there to there, sort out all my sort out all the dresses. Let me just place you there. So I can do this bit first, can't I? I'm so pleased. These are all lovely and clean and everything now. Now this dress actually needs a little bit of fixing on this. I realised there was like a little hole at the bottom of that, if you see. I'm going to definitely sew that because this is gorgeous. I got that from Bulgaria. Love that. Right, what else? Oh, that one's coming off. Now there are some of these that don't really stay on the hangers, which is a bit annoying, but there's nothing really I can do about that. Right, that's a long dress, short dress. This is just a dress I'd bought off, it's brand new actually, I had to take the tag off to wash that. Bought it from Tesco's, and I hadn't got round to wearing it yet. Is that all the long ones? No, there's one more. So this is the last long one. There we go. So we're a little bit more organised now. See if we can move it over. Some of these I don't even know if I really particularly want. Like, let's say this blue one for one. It is pretty, it's a pretty little dress. But we'll see. They're all washed up anyway, aren't they? Like I said, I have actually put a load of stuff into the charity bin. Quite a few bikinis and stuff. Some I hadn't even worn actually. Brand new with tags on. Again, in some lovely dresses. Right, I'm just going to bring these through. So I do know, right, these are all dresses that you've seen me in for years and years and years, but I am one of these. If I like something and it fits and it's lovely and there's nothing wrong with it, I will wear it for years and years and years. I'm not up with the fashion and stuff like that. I'm not a fashion queen, you know. I just want to look nice and feel nice, and if I do in my old stuff, I do. So I did wash this, the little bow rolio. Doesn't necessarily go with that dress, but I've just hooked it onto that. Because I'll just leave that on there now. Can keep that there. Yeah, so I have got one just for the long dresses. I'm glad I did buy the second one actually, because I think all of these dresses in one might have been too much. Might have been, I don't know. Right, I'll just grab some more. So there's stuff like this dress. I do think that might go in the charity as well. As pretty as it is, I think I'll put that in the charity bin. Now this one, hold on, where am I? This one is just to wear over my bikini. So it doesn't even need to be on a hanger, but I may as well just keep it on a hanger now. Keep it on a hanger now. Basically, it's not nothing special. Now this top, I'm going to keep on the hanger because I just don't want this one. When it comes to white stuff, I'm really quite particular. There's nothing worse than going out in a yellow top that's meant to be white, is there? And stuff like that. And keep it all nice. So I'm going to keep that all nice, and that's a River Island, but keep it all nice, ready for when we go away as well. So that can go in with the short ones. And stuff like all my shorts and bikinis and tops like that I've just shown you, that I wouldn't wear, only wear sort of like in Turkey and places, or Spain or whatever, will go into another bag, basically. The bag that I've got at the bottom of the wardrobe. Right, this is the last one. And that's that. So that's actually quite a lot of washing, decent washing done there. I'm well chuffed with that. Oh, just need to get it all bagged up though when things start arriving. Preparing dinner today. I've done all my editing, a little bit left, just a little bit left. And everything's sort of organised now. So I'm just going to prepare tea because I'm getting hungry. We actually had quite an early tea yesterday. We were only cooking the samosas and chips in the air fryer just to prepare it. And then we were both like, oh no, let's have dinner. Oh. So yeah, we both got the dinner, had our dinner nice and early yesterday. But then that was all we had. We didn't eat the leftovers or anything. Except for later on then, Dan actually had a little picnic. And I wasn't too hungry, if I'm totally honest. I had an apple. Right, that's that. So air fryer today. Oh. So I will be getting these on very soon now. My tea tonight, luckily enough though, is a microwave. Still haven't got Amazon mind. How annoying that is. Right, there we go. Right. So I've got 1 egg. Dan will be having beans. Oh, so let me reach up for some beans. There we go. Now, this air fryer is really, really good, but something's happened to this. Now, this wasn't like this when I bought this, but it happened, believe it or not, while we were away. Or I came back and I'd noticed it, should I say more so. I don't know when it happened, I can't say that. But it's like there, look, see that? Oh, I didn't clean that out yesterday, but that is clean. I can't remember what was on that. It was just reheating something and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was, a bread roll. Yeah, that's all it was. So I always clean this out. Right. And actually, I might be doing myself a bread roll. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know when that happened. It was when we were away for the full week and we got the washing machine done during that time. Don't know. I don't know. It is literally a oh no, there's 12 sausages in this. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have defrosted 12 sausages, would I? I think I'm going to have to change my tea. What am I meant to do with 12 sausages? Oh my God. I will cook a few because... Let me just bring it down. I will cook a few because Dan can have them. Well, he can have sausage sandwiches and stuff tomorrow, can't he? Yeah. They won't go to waste. That's a lot of sausages though. Oh, that's cold. It's either that or I change my meal and I have these so they don't technically go to waste. I think they'll be alright. So how many is that left? 2, 4. Do you know what? I can even do down a sausage casserole maybe with that tomorrow. We'll see, because they definitely are going to need using. Right, so that's got to go back in the where's my hand? That's definitely got to go back into the fridge. Let me just wrap that up. Now we got these chips. I'm not sure really what I think of these. Now we have got, it's like the Finest brand. Now we did buy these before, but they were, I'm sure they were like triple cooked. Are these triple cooked? No, they're not triple cooked. But the triple cooked ones, and I'm sure they're in beef dripping or something as well, aren't too bad. Right, anyway. Get some, oh, that's way too much. Dan's funny, he won't eat too many chips. Especially now if he's got beans and everything as well anyway. So there's no point in cooking it. And I've got a big enough dinner that I don't need I'm all out of tin foil, so I can't do my beans in tin foil, which I know you all think it's weird anyway. It's not. So I've got to use my tiny little pan, and I'm going to use my frying pan for the first time. Oh no, I used it for onions yesterday, didn't I? For the curry and rice. And actually it worked really, really well, so I was quite impressed with that. It's the best way to make beans anyway, I do know that. I just think this is going to be a big dinner for Dan. I There's going to be a lot of sausages tomorrow now, though. I just hope he eats it. Well, he'll have to. Not wasting 8 sausages. Right. I do have to clean all this up. Bit of oil. Or should I be using butter? I might just use a bit of oil as I've opened it. Tiny whiny bit. So this week, Dan, we've got shopping coming on Sunday, which is 2 days time. It's Friday today, and Dan wants a load of crimpet dinners, all in wraps. So that'll be good. Right, I need to wash up. Well, it's only the scissors, but I need to clean all this area because it's where these sausages was, wasn't it? And over here. And this is my tea. It looks scrummy, smells scrummy. Oh, I don't know what it's going to taste like. Now, this can be either way for me. I know I'll love that. I'll eat all that. But this could be... Just going to have to see on that one. Right, mine's ready. Just need some salt and pepper. Not salt, but pepper on that, sorry. Now, I like both peppers. I like the grounded. I like the grinded, and then, oh, that's what I've got to put on, black pepper. That's nearly all gone, actually. So yeah, I do like them both. Dan ain't gonna want that, so I'll put that back. And then whack a load of this on. You're not eating it, I'm eating it. There we go. Yeah, so I need to put some black pepper on my list. I think I've started the beans a bit too soon, but ayo. Actually, I might just turn them off for now. I've had a good cook down anyway. And Dan's meal's coming along a treat, so this will give me time to quickly eat mine. I just hope Dan's up for this now. With an eggie, if I don't break it and smash it. Right, come on then, let's try this together. Oh, what's that noise? It's that blind, it keeps making silly noises. I keep thinking what's going on. Right. It's the sauce I want to try, it's not the rest of it. There's chicken in that, by the way. So yeah, this can be, it's Dan's cup of tea, this sort of a sauce. But for me, I don't know. Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. But I did fancy some proper little bit of food, you know, with the green beans and the potatoes and stuff. Right, should we give it a try? It's going to be boiling. Boiling. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't say I love it. To the point, actually, would I get it again? Probably not. Dan now would love this. It's his cup of tea. I'm always funny with this kind of a sauce. But when you see it on the box, it always looks nice, doesn't it? You always think to yourself, oh, that'll be lovely. But anyway, I'm going to eat it. So actually, I've been getting on with this, and it's a lot nicer than I initially thought. It was that kind of flavour where I had to get used to it. But yeah, would I buy it again? No, but I'm not gonna say it's terrible. Actually, it's quite nice. Anyway, Dan's just said that he doesn't want his tea yet. We're still finishing cooking. It's nearly done actually. It's looking lush. But I said to him, I'm too tired. I have to cook it now, so he'll just have to reheat it later. And I'll just have to make a little eggie for him and reheat the beans. So, just 5 minutes left on that. Look, it's all coming along nice. I'm actually enjoying 5 minutes away from the laptop and away from the washing machine and washing and everything. Because it has all just been go, go, go. And if it's not all the work around the house, it's then on the laptop. So I'm just going to take 5 minutes to myself and enjoy my tea. Here, honey, I've just accidentally spilt my drink because it over-fizzed.
Again?
Well, look. It must have some kind of a wax coating on it, look. The water is just sitting on it, look. Do you see that? See?
Sponge?
No, but what we were talking about, what sort of polish should we put on it, weren't we? Whether to bit beeswax on it to protect it.
Yeah, but it needs topping up.
Well, now and again, yeah, but...
look at your tissue, it's got things on
yeah,
it.
it has. But it didn't soak into the table. Oh, I don't know, I may as well talk to myself.
Yeah, but your polish alone might have protected it this morning.
And that's it. I told you I'd eat it all. I just can't manage that last bit. Believe it or not, I am actually really full after that. But I'm going to call this one it. And we're going to love you and leave you and see you again tomorrow. Please come back.